The athlete, the athlete has a rough year, they get injured or something like that, can't compete at the level they want. They may be in trouble in that scenario.
But have you felt more, I don't want to say comfortable, but less stress around performance after launching your podcast and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So maybe I can tell you kind of my trajectory, and then that might help kind of you understand the way I'm thinking about or have been thinking about it. So I never anticipated to be a professional athlete. That was something, in fact, I have a hard time still sort of acknowledging that in my own mind, that like part of who I am is competing at a professional level in I was like every kid for the most part. I dreamt of it, but I got to a point where I realized, you know what? The NBA and the NFL, they ain't happening.
Need a little more hype for...
Right. And even the sport I was good at, running, it was like, yeah, I'm not going to the Olympics. And, that was clear enough to me. At an early enough age, I chose a career path that was not in athletics. And it wasn't until ultramarathon kind of became something I got interested in. And then that's where it started to grow. And I started having like some coaching success too along the way, where I was like, you know what, this is a reality. And if I don't take advantage of it now, I can't come back in 10 years and be like, oh, I meant to do it. Can I be the professional athlete now?
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where I had enough momentum to take the risk, signed a 3-year contract essentially. And that was like, okay, I can try this out for 3 years, see what happens. If I belly flop, I'm going back to teaching.
That was 15 years ago?
That was in 2015. 2015, so 8 years ago. Yeah. So then when I did that, my mindset was, okay, I'm a professional athlete, but I'm not a professional athlete who, when I finish my career, whether it be 3 years, 10 years, or 15 years, I'm going to be sitting on a stack of money. Yeah. So it's like something else has to be developed along the way in order for this to be sustainable.
But do you think most are thinking that way?
No.
Or, yeah.
Well, I don't. There are definitely people who aren't. Let's put it that way.
You think that's the majority? Because that's, I would.
Yeah, I would say
that
the majority isn't thinking about it enough. At the very least, I think they're maybe thinking about it passively, and they're maybe doing some kind of like low input efforts into trying to do something like that. But it's not anything to the scale that I would feel comfortable with. So for me, it was like, I'm curious. So I started out with coaching and running. And then that turned into, oh, I love going on podcasts.